What advice would you give a local church who desires to or is sending missionaries cross-culturally? And while I have my own advice I give churches, I also like to hear from others. So today I'm going to share 3 pieces of advice others gave me that I agree with. And the final piece of advice will come from yours truly. And just so you know, my approach is irregardless of whether the local church is from a Western or Eastern culture. So the advice I'm sharing today, I believe is applicable to every church, no matter their cultural background. The first piece of advice I want to share comes from Chris, who advised, form a small team who knows them and is committed to being the link between the missionary and the church. Having a committed and intentional team in the home church who serve as the missionary's connection to the church, as well as an advocate to bring awareness of the missionary's life, needs, and prayer requests is crucial. When done well, it brings tremendous encouragement both to the missionary and to the church alike. The second piece of advice I want to share comes from Jim. He said, don't send them unless they are making disciples here first. When Jim says here first, he means your local community. If the one you send is not making disciples where they are from, why would you think they are suddenly making disciples in a context in unfamiliar territory? Now, I don't believe they have to be this perfect disciple maker, but they should be proactively and intentionally sharing the gospel and discipling others. If they are not, make them start locally before you commit to sending them globally. The third piece of advice comes from a guy who said, do it. And the pastor and wife should make regular visits every 14 to 18 months. Now, I agree churches should send. If God is raising up people in your fellowship called to go, don't hold them back, but don't send them prematurely or haphazardly either. But do send. As for the pastor visiting the missionary family, yes, but I get that not every pastor in every church can do this, especially on a regular basis. If this is the case for your church, then someone of significance in your church should make regular visits to your missionaries on the field, whether that person is a pastor, staff member, elder, or part of the missions team. Visiting missionaries for a week is a worthwhile and tremendous investment into the lives of the missionaries you send, not an inconvenience or a waste of resources. A brief visit to your missionaries does not require a special calling. It should be part of your church's DNA already, and leaders should lead in this area by example. Visits like this are valuable encouragement that no email, letter, or care package will ever provide or compare to. And finally, the piece of advice I want to give churches, be part of the member care process. Do not, under any circumstance, proxy out your member care responsibility to any missions organization. Yes, the organization will be involved in member care, but you as the sending church, you are the most critical relationship your missionary has. So be involved, be proactive, provide the care. And when the missionary is in a difficult season, and they will be at some point, be there for them every step of the way. So churches, while this is not an exhaustive list of things that you need to consider, I hope these 4 pieces of advice are enough to challenge you in certain areas that involve sending missionaries from your home church, so we can see an end to gospel deprivation globally. Now, if you found this episode helpful, please share it with others, especially church leaders. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any content we drop. I'll see you next time.